Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Trishy, and for today's Yin Yoga class, we will be clearing out our kidney and liver meridians. So come and take a comfortable seat. You can be cross-legged, kneeling, sitting up on a block, a chair, anything that feels comfortable to you. Lengthen through your spine, bringing the shoulders onto the back body, and feel free to close your eyes. Ground down through your practice. Ground down through all parts of your body that are connected to the earth. Let your attention rest onto the breath and its natural rhythm. Bring your palms together in front of your heart space. Let's open the class with a nice cleansing breath. Inhaling deeply through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. If you're sitting up on a chair or a prop, just move it off to the side and come back onto your mat, and then lie all the way down onto your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Bring your arms into a cactus shape or a T. Shift your hips an inch or two over to the right before dropping both knees down over to the left. So if you're wondering what a meridian is, it's taken from traditional Chinese medicine, and a meridian is an energy channel or pathway throughout the body. And each meridian is classified with a particular organ. And due to the changes and experiences in life, these channels can become stuck or unflowing. So in our practice today, we're going to be clearing out these channels, making sure that the energy in them is flowing smoothly. And if this is your first Yin Yoga class, welcome. In Yin Yoga, we hold passive poses that are low to the ground for minutes at a time. And the best way to practice Yin Yoga is by finding your edge. On an intensity scale of sensation, 10 being you feel pain and 1 being you don't feel any sensation in the target area at all, you want to stay around a 4 or 5. You want your breath to be natural, not labored. And then you want to stay still in the pose so that the stress goes into the joints and connective tissues, clearing out toxins and strengthening the tissues in the joints and connective tissues. Begin to bring one knee back center and then the other, shifting your hips back to the midline. Just hang out right where you are for a minute. And then when you're ready to go to the other side, you can shift your hips an inch or two over to the left this time before dropping both knees over to the right. One of the ways that you can become aware of the liver meridian or channel way being blocked or unclear is if you're feeling more anger than usual or worry. You can also experience stomach pain and joint pain. And a way that it can feel balanced and healthy is by feeling kindness towards others and compassion. Also, clearing the liver meridian helps to detoxify the body. Slowly lift your left knee back center and then the right. Shift your hips and then take a moment feeling the effects. You may want to have your blocks close to you for this next pose. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch, letting your knees swing out wide to the side. I like to place blocks underneath the thighs because otherwise it'll just take me a little bit past my own edge. However, you can use props or not use props. Really read your own body. Every body is different. Every skeletal makeup is different. And also you can place your hands wherever feels comfortable. I'm just letting mine go on the lower belly. Try to honor your own range of motion. When the kidney meridian is feeling blocked, you can experience fear and anxiety, urinary problems, or reproductive complications. So when this meridian is also feeling balanced instead of imbalanced, then you're really going to feel peaceful, wise. Your reproductive organs are going to feel healthy. And this also is a center of the sacral chakra. So it's a center of your creativity and sexuality. Gently begin to lift your knees back center. You might want to use the palms of your hands to help them do so. If you are using blocks, just move them off to the side for now. And then you can bring your feet a little wider than hip distance apart, letting your knees fall in together. When you feel ready to do so, you can roll to one side of your mat, making a pillow with your arm, resting for a moment, and then coming to take a seat with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor out in front of you. Bring the palms of your hands behind your lower back, out behind you. Lift up tall through the spine, and then cross your right ankle over top of your left knee. Keep your right ankle and foot firmly flexed. And if this is very sensational into that right hip, walk your left foot a little bit more away from your body until you feel comfortable. It even can come all the way down to the floor if you like, with a towel or folded up blanket bolster underneath the left knee. If you start to feel any kind of tingling in your wrists or arms from having them back behind you, you can either try to adjust, or you can also do this position reclined. Begin to walk your left foot out until your left foot extends all the way onto the ground. Then bring your right foot to the outer side of your left knee and thigh so that your right knee is actually pointing straight up towards the sky. Then wrap your left arm around the right leg. Lift up, back and around with the right palm until it comes behind your lower back. Then twist open over to the right side of your mat. Very slowly come back center. You can uncross the legs, extending them both out in front of you. And then just breathing into the release. When you're ready, we'll do the same sequence on the other side. So come and bend your knees, feet flat on the floor, then cross your left ankle over top of your right knee. And you can have your right foot closer into you or further away. Just know that in Yin Yoga, you really don't want to go to the highest range of motion right away, but rather ease into it as flexibility opens up into those deeper tissues as time goes on. You can bring your hands out behind you, or again, feel free to take this pose lying down on your back. And begin to release as you extend your right leg all the way down to the floor, bringing the sole of your left foot to the outer edge of your right leg with your knee pointing up. You can do a little wrist rolls if it feels good. And then just hug your left leg as you feel the release. And then lift your left arm forward, up, and back behind you as you begin to peel and twist open over to the left while wrapping your right arm around the left leg, the left knee. And if it feels good, you can do like I'm doing and just resting kind of the elbow on top of the left knee while still wrapping. And then you can relax your right hand. Gently release the left palm back center, coming back forward and straightening through both legs. Bring your awareness to the flow of energy in your body. And then when you're ready, come up onto your knees. So the tops of the feet are now on the ground, and then sit back on your heels. If it feels good to bring your knees together, that's good. If your knees need to be a little bit wider apart, that's fine as well. Then bring your fingertips and palms back behind you. And the target of the stress here should be the tops of the feet and into the ankles. And go to where you're respecting your edge. If you need to go a little bit further, you can always lift the tops of the knees off the ground. Try to relax as much as you can into it. Relax the jaw. And the shoulders and the tummy. Gradually begin to come back forward, coming onto hands and knees, and it might feel nice just to extend one leg, pushing through the heel and then switching to the other, just to get the blood flowing and energy circulating again. You may want to have your props close for the next couple poses. And when you're ready, step your right knee behind your right wrist, extending your left leg out behind you. This is a right hip opener as well, getting into the front of the thigh and into the hip flexors. You can stick a block underneath the right hip I'm going to be coming down onto some blocks with my elbows and then supporting the head. You can feel free to go down all the way, or you can just stay lifted up onto your palms so you're getting a little bit more of a back bend and chest opener. Use your props in any way that feels intuitive to you. If you're struggling somewhere or it's hard to hold or balance, just feel free to put a prop there. You want to be relaxed, breathing naturally and with ease. Whatever shape your swan was, begin to release, walking the palms back, extending the right leg out behind you, and then maybe just reaching and extending through the heel as you round the spine. But move whichever way feels like the best release for your body. And then when you're ready from tabletop, bring your left knee behind the left wrist, extending the right leg out behind you. And you can lower all the way down to the ground or stay up on your palms or palms on blocks like I'm doing here. But whatever you did on the first side, try to replicate on the second side. So for this side, I'm going to stay up on the palms and then eventually lower down to the elbows. Gradually begin to lift back up. You can move your props off to the side if you're using any, and then extend through the left leg, maybe stretching it back and rounding your spine. Just do whatever feels best for you as a counter pose. And then when you're ready, you can come and take a seat, extending your legs out, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and then lower all the way down onto your back. If you use an eye pillow, you can place it over your eyes. And bring your arms into a cactus or a T shape, and then slowly just windshield wiper your knees over to one side and then the other. Take a couple more rounds. And then grab a block, have it on its lowest level, and then place it underneath the hips. And then you can bend through your knees and then lift your legs and extend them all the way up to the sky. We've done a lot to place stress and pressure onto the lower body and the hips, so this is just a counter stretch to give your legs and hips a little bit of a break. You can place your arms wherever feels comfortable. Just try to relax into it. If you want, you can raise your arms over your head, clasping on to opposite elbows or the palms. If you feel any tingling, just bring your arm back down along your side. Slowly begin to drop your feet all the way down to the ground. If your arms were overhead, you can release them back down to your sides. You can press your feet into the ground to remove the block. And then when you're ready, feel free to extend your legs out onto the mat. Arms alongside your body, palms facing up. You can always place a bolster underneath the knees, a blanket over the body. Just find the perfect way for your body to enjoy this final relaxation. Begin to move your fingers and your toes, stretching, maybe raising your arms overhead and taking a nice long stretch. If you had an eye pillow, slowly move it off to the side before rolling over to one side and then lifting yourself all the way back up into a comfortable seat. Place your palms wherever feels comfortable to you. And just feel into your body. How do you feel now? How does your mind feel? How does your heart feel? Bring your palms together in front of your heart space. Let's end with a cleansing breath together, inhaling deeply through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing Yin Yoga today. If you enjoyed this class, please subscribe to my channel so that you can enjoy more juicy Yin Yoga.